Yo, 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 what's up, Epic Lifers, man? Welcome to the Epic Life TV. You see, I've got my shades on right now, and the reason I have these on is because I think they look cool. Okay, but no, actually, more seriously, the reason I've got sunglasses on today is because we're going to be talking about sunlight. Okay, and incidentally, we will be talking about sunglasses a little later on, because you shouldn't always be wearing them. Yeah, it's going to be one of those videos that you're like, oh man, really? Okay, so look, sunlight. Should I put these back on? I don't know. Let's take them off. Let's take them off because I want you to take me seriously, right? Okay, so I'm putting these away. Okay, so here's the thing with sunlight, right? It's one of those things that gets a bad name in some places because, well, if you live in the UK, probably not, because people don't get enough of the sunlight here. And so you'll find a lot of people complain most of the time when the sun's not coming out. And then if you've got other countries where you see a lot of sun, people are like, sun's bad, sun is bad, right? So what is the deal with sunlight? Is it good for you or is it not? Well, it is good for you, okay? Let's just say that. Cut to the chase with that one. People always talk about sunlight and vitamin D, right? Now, does vitamin D come out the sun? No, actually it doesn't. But what happens is there's a UV ray that comes from the sun, okay? There's a different spectrum of light. And UV rays, when it hits your skin, what it does is it converts a type of cholesterol, which is in your skin, into vitamin D. All right, so that is how you get vitamin D in the body from sunlight. All right, it's actually your body that reacts with the sun. Okay, so I'm sure you've heard of vitamin D, and vitamin D is being heralded as like, you know, one of the magic vitamins, right? By the way, I'm saying vitamin. I know what I mean is vitamin for those of us who are American or who pronounce vitamin a different way. I'm British, so that's how I say it. I say vitamin. All right. I know sometimes people are like, they're like, oh, Mr. O, you know, I like your accent, you know, British accent. I'm like, this ain't an accent, dude. Okay. This is what things sound like when they're pronounced properly. Whoops. Yeah, that was kind of rude. I know, but you know, I'm just saying English is English. You know, Americans speak a different type of English, but it's cool. We understand each other. So, you know, ain't no beef, man. I love you guys, man. I love you guys in the States. You know that. All right. Yeah. Let me just move on before I get in trouble. Okay. So we're talking about vitamin D or vitamin D. Okay. I'm going to be saying vitamin though. So, you know, don't hate, man. You know, you can pronounce it properly like me too. Okay. That's the last joke. Promise. So it's being heralded as the anti-cancer vitamin, right? And the reason it's called that is because it basically stops the cancer cell running and converts it back to a normal cell again, all right? The other thing vitamin D does, one of the other benefits, is it actually helps to assimilate calcium into the cells of the body. Now, why is that important? Well, when calcium gets into the cell, it lets all the other minerals that are in your bloodstream from the food you've eaten to get into the cell as well. Calcium is absolutely essential, all right? It's one of the compounds that are essential for life. And I'm telling you, if you're not getting calcium in, you're not getting a lot of other stuff. And if you're not getting vitamin D from being out in the sunlight, then you're not really going to be assimilating the calcium into your body properly. So it kind of has a knock-on effect. So skin cancer is actually contributed to by a deficiency in vitamin D. And in fact, on your DNA, there are 2,500 receptor sites for vitamin D. It's just like they're waiting, like, yeah, when's the vitamin D coming? Okay, it comes. Oh yeah, we'll take that. Okay, because it needs it. And in fact, we can't heal without vitamin D. So vitamin D is really essential to life. Getting out in the sun is so important. So maybe when I was talking about earlier in another video where my wife's always trying to get me out of the house, maybe it's because she actually loves me and she wants me to get some real vitamin D into me so I can live long and prosper. Oh my days, I can't believe I just flopped that. There we go. Okay, do you do it this way or this way? I don't know. I don't watch Star Trek. Is it Star Trek or Star Wars? Oh my dear, I'm digging such a deep hole for myself right now. I know. Sorry guys, moving on, let's just move on. So, how much time should you spend in the sun? Well, what people tend to do is they tend to slap sunscreen on, right? Because they're in the sun and they stay out there too long. They still burn, they still peel, okay? This is when sunlight is actually too much, when you're getting too much of things, right? Remember I said in the Temperance series, where I was talking about things that are good for you that should be had in moderation and things that are bad for you shouldn't be had at all. Well, the sunlight isn't bad, so it shouldn't be completely avoided. Some people tend to do that, but sunlight is actually good for you, so you should be having it, but not in excessive doses, which is what people tend to do on holiday. It's like, okay, I haven't seen the sun for ages, so I'm just gonna go out and just basically barbecue myself all day. And yeah, that's how people get the skin cancer, with an excess, okay, of this UV rays, which is actually harmful. So how much time should you actually spend? Well, first of all, the sunscreen, believe it or not, has a lot of chemicals in it. I was doing some research into that because I know I said in a previous video, you know, if you're going to go out in the sun, slap some sunscreen on. I did a bit of research, a bit of digging, okay? And, you know, turns out there's some things in there that are not good, okay? When you put these things on your skin, all right, you do realize that anything you put on your skin is actually absorbed into your body, okay? And then your liver has to process all that, and there's some stuff in sunscreens that is just, yeah, you don't want that. I'm not going to go into all of that right now, but just know that. So here's the thing, how much time should you actually spend in the sun? Well, to get enough vitamin D, you should spend about 15 minutes at least, okay? It actually depends on how dark you are, all right? Because the melanin in the skin actually acts as a protective layer and stops the, you know, UV rays actually penetrating into the skin. And so if you are darker, you do need a little bit more time. So usually 15 minutes to half an hour in the sun. So let's say you're sunbathing, for example, right? 15 minutes on the front, 15 minutes on the back, okay? That's if you're really fair-skinned. If you're darker, you can have a bit longer, but, you know, I'm just saying this so that you can actually do it in a healthy way, because I see people come back from holiday and they're just looking like a snake, man. Their skin's just coming, peeling off, and I'm like, dude, man, like, how much time were you spending in the sun, right? They're burnt to a crisp, literally, okay? So go easy on the sun, man. I know you want to show everyone you're tan, but, you know, you don't have to burn yourself as well, okay? So 15 minutes, front and back, say you're sunbathing, okay, you can be exposed to the sun for that long, all right, with no sunscreen and be fine. And it also allows your body to absorb that vitamin D. When you got the sunscreen on, you actually don't absorb the vitamin D. So you're kind of like missing the whole point when you put the sunscreen on, when you're sitting out in the sun thinking I'm getting vitamin D. No, you're not. If you want to have like a natural sunscreen, what you can do is put aloe vera on your skin, okay? It kind of acts as a protective layer, all right? That's a good way of actually doing it in a more natural way that doesn't harm your body. And if you have to be in the sun longer than like a half hour or something, cover up, all right? Depending on how dark you are, but cover up, wear a hat, okay? Just cover your skin up. You don't want to be spending too long in the sun, catch sunstroke and all kind of things like that. You don't want that. So as I was saying earlier, when you're actually in the sun, what you've got to understand is this: you don't actually get vitamin D, your skin doesn't absorb vitamin D unless your skin has no creams or potions on it at all, because what it actually does is it blocks it, right? And by the way, if you go in the shower, right, and wash, all right, with soap and everything like that, and then you go straight out into the sun, you know what happens? You don't have the natural oils that are on your skin, all right, that are on there naturally, and your body doesn't actually absorb the vitamin D, okay? You're laying there in the sun and the cholesterol isn't being converted into vitamin D. And what a lot of people do as well is, you know, because they've been in the sun for so long and they're hot, they're like, oh man, I just want to jump in the shower, thinking, you know, yep, I've had my vitamin D, I'm just going to get in the shower, cool off. Yeah, it actually takes 2 hours after sun exposure for that conversion of cholesterol into vitamin D to actually happen. So if you're taking a wash before that, you wash off the natural oils that actually make that happen in your body. And so you just spent that time in the sun and you didn't get that vitamin D. So anyway, when the actual sunlight gets on your skin and then the cholesterol is converted into the vitamin D, your body actually stores that in the kidneys, right? And as it's needed, it's taken over to the liver, which releases the vitamin D into your body for the various different functions that it needs to be used for. And vitamin D actually helps to make your bones strong, right? Because as I said, your body is able to use calcium, get it into the cell when you've got vitamin D coming in, okay? If you don't have it, then the calcium doesn't get to be used properly. It's just sitting there without being used. So the sunlight actually helps with that. Sunlight makes your bones stronger. That's why this happens. So you can actually have calcium in your food, and if you're not getting in the sun and getting that vitamin D, you can't even access that calcium. And so what does it do? It takes it from the bones, and that's when you get what you call osteoporosis, just from not being in the sun. Now, I'm going to put these on again, all right? You can maybe take me half serious when I'm saying this, but do listen to what I'm saying, okay? Our eyes actually have receptor sites, okay? And what they do is they assess the brightness of the sun, right? They assess the heat of the sun as well, and it gives a message to the brain, all right, when it's really bright, to shut down the receptor sites in the skin to prevent us from burning for longer. So guess what? When you got these bad boys on, okay, I'm gonna take them off now. When you've got these things on and you're outside in the sun, what happens is the receptor sites don't actually have the ability to assess the sun properly. And so your receptor sites are not sending the right message to your skin. So you can actually burn faster if you've got these on, right? So just a tip there. Now, I'm not saying to never wear sunglasses, because I wear sunglasses, all right? But, you know, I try not to wear them too much, all right? If the sun is bright, one way to actually get used to the sun is to actually just face the sun, right? Don't look directly into it, but close your eyes, right? And just face the sun. Let it get into your face, because the reason we put sunglasses on is so we can see better. Just literally face the sun like that. Have your face up like that. Face the sun, all right? For about half a minute or something like that. Just look at the sun like that, all right? And then open your eyes again, all right? And then you'll notice your ability to just look around and see in the light is actually much better, all right? So that's a way of dealing with that. But, you know, sometimes it's good to, I mean, if you've got the sun directly in your eyes when you're driving, yeah, you know, probably it's a good idea to put some sunglasses on if your vision is obscured, all right? I mean, a few moments with sunglasses on is not going to kill you, but not being able to see will, all right? So, yeah, just use your sense with this, and you are going to be A-okay. All right, so that's some of the benefits of sunlight and how to actually use the sun. Make sure you're getting out into the sun regularly. Get outside, even if it's overcast. That doesn't mean you're not getting the vitamin D, you're not getting the sun rays. The fact that you can still see is the fact that the actual light rays is coming through the cloud, all right? If it wasn't getting through the cloud, it would be dark. So make sure that you're actually getting that sunlight and getting the benefits of it, because you need that vitamin D to help your body make the use of calcium, all right? And other things, the other minerals that you're getting into your body. Sunlight has a lot to do with how well you're able to do that. So that's all for now. I'm Mr. O, and I'll be seeing you next Tuesday, where we're gonna talk about oxygen, okay? So I'm gonna see you next Tuesday. If you're not subscribed already, do subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you'll know when that video comes out. I will see you when I see you. But just remember, if you're gonna live the epic life, you're just one habit away.